What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. The weekend is officially here. Everybody sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and get ready for Friday. You know what I'm sounding like right now? You know, in those old movies, like the movies from the 90s or early 2000s when they have the DJ, like the school DJ over the loudspeaker. Good morning.
Yeah.
I
never had one of those.
No, I didn't have one either. I'm talking about in the movies.
In the movies. Oh, yeah.
Like,
You're
in a Cinderella story
yeah,
or
yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yep. She's All That.
Yeah, they have like those like morning DJs.
Yeah.
Is which one has fucking doesn't one of them have like Ludacris come in or Bow Wow? Which God, now I'm blanking.
No, you're right. You're so right.
And
I want to say Ludacris. Is that She's All That?
I don't know if it's Ludacris. And now this is going to kill me. So whoever's listening to this and can remember exactly what I'm talking about,
they'll tell us.
They'll tell us what it is. But I feel like that's the kind of intro I was giving. Like, Good morning, students. It's Friday morning. Get ready for the weekend. We're going to play a little Kiss Kiss by Chris Brown. Like, I think that's maybe the exact song in one of the movies that I'm thinking of. But anyways, happy Friday. This is going to kill me, but
those people exist in real life.
The DJs at the schools?
Yeah, like to all the folks that like went to public school out there, like did they have these people?
Did you have that?
Well, at middle school we had like
morning announcements.
It wasn't DJ. It wasn't a DJ.
Yeah, we had somebody do like morning announcements, but they were boring and it was like not.
Yeah, no,
like,
it wasn't like fun.
Yeah.
No, our morning announcements were fairly serious. You know, got to hit like 3 prayers, Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
Yeah, so those, it wasn't like, actually.
Even then we never really had somebody come over the loudspeaker.
I'm kind of like underplaying the fact that they would play these awesome like Christian Catholic rock music videos in the morning.
Okay.
Awesome.
No, they were awesome. And
little Switchfoot.
Only people like shout out to the people who went to Kellenberg on Long Island. Like those are the only people who are going to get what I'm talking about right now. I mean, other people will know what I'm talking about when it comes to those music videos, but like 2 sets of Joneses
at the beginning of class, or like
no.
Morning announcements. Was it playing?
Morning announcements. They would do the morning announcements. Would do the prayer, Pledge
TV.
of Allegiance, and then because they broadcasted it on the projector, and then it would be a music video every morning, and then at the end of the year people would like vote on their favorites, and then they would do a countdown to the end of the year, and they would play the favorites.
Wow.
2 sets of Joneses comes to my head. You know, it's not relatable what I'm talking about at all. But that actually was kind of a great pickup in the morning. There were some jams.
Sure.
There were some jams.
There are jams.
There were some jams. So that got the people going. But yeah, not the kind of that I'm like I just said, Kiss Kiss by Chris Brown. Like that was not.
Princess Diaries. Doesn't Princess Diaries have one?
Yes, also.
Yeah.
Also they have that. They were a lot more cool in the 90s, 2000s movies.
Yes, definitely. It was like way more prevalent. Like there was that was like a thing that every high school had one.
Aspiring disc jockeys, to be exact,
totally
would take on that role.
Yep.
I was always sort of.
What was the name of her radio show? Shut Up
and Listen.
Shut Up and Listen. Yeah,
I think that was a trivia question. I think it was Shut Up and Listen.
Yeah.
I always applauded the people who did morning announcements because of how brave they were to get in front of the whole school and do that.
Yeah.
You know?
And look at you now.
You had to have a real knack for doing that.
Yeah, that's a big job. I tried to start something in my high school to like do that. To do like broadcasting, because there was no like there's all like different clubs and stuff, but there was no like broadcasting stuff.
You would have been the leader of the club at my school.
I mean, I tried to start it myself. It didn't
get going.
Pan out really that well, but I tried.
Hey, at least you tried.
Yep.
The motivation was there.
Yep.
I just talked a lot in class, and actually, we talked about this recently. My homeroom teacher from 10th grade messaged me, and he was like, "My little homie in homeroom who had all the jokes is killing it," and I was like, "Oh my God." the fact that you can remember me as somebody who made jokes in the classroom, because there are the people out there that they're like, oh, I was the class clown. No, I didn't have any friends in school. And you're like, no, you're lying. There's always these stereotypes. But for him to message me and say that I did in fact have jokes in homeroom, I was like, man, it wasn't all in my head then.
No, he remembers you for your jokes.
I thought it was all in my head. But apparently, or maybe he's just sucking up. maybe there was zero jokes. Zero jokes being told, and he's just sucking up to me.
I would imagine he would. He had to have recalled, or else you don't send that message.
Yeah, no. There was one time.
He may have not thought, he could have thought they were bad, but they were there.
Right. Right. They could have. Nobody said they were good jokes.
Right. Exactly.
Cracking jokes doesn't mean that they're good. Yep. Nobody could have laughed. It's not like I had the whole class. Like, I'm not saying I had the whole class. I just was annoying. Like, I talked with my friends. One time, my mom ran into one of my teachers from like elementary and middle school and like told like, oh, she was like, oh, what has everyone been up to? And like told her what I'd been doing. And she was like, oh yeah, I've seen, like, I always thought she was special. Yeah, right. No, you didn't. You say that now.
Yeah, that's not true. She may have thought that.
I don't believe that.
Oh.
I had lice in 5th grade.
So?
Nobody thought that was special.
That actually is special. That doesn't happen to everybody.
Did you ever have lice?
No.
It's an extremely traumatizing experience.
And that's like, lice in 5th grade is a little bit too old to be getting lice, I feel like.
What? That's like prime.
Is it? I feel like lice is like 1st grade,
no,
2nd
lice,
grade.
5th grade is prime lice time.
Oh, God, really?
In my school, at least, that's when the lice breakout
I mean,
happened.
I guess, when you have a breakout, that's when it happens. Yeah. I just feel like I always were thinking of like younger kids having it. Because as a 5th grader having lice, you're in that awkward tween age. Mm-hmm. And you already feel awkward. Now on top of that, you have lice.
Oh my God. I had the gnarliest knot in my hair for so long. I had just like this gnarly knot.
Do you have to like burn all your sheets?
Oh yeah. I mean, my mom is neurotic. Like my parents' house. I have to correct. I saw a comment. I showed you guys this. Yeah. I saw a comment on the YouTube.
One comment
to be exact. That when I talk about the house I grew up in on Long Island, I always say like my house on Long Island. But now I don't live there and have not lived there. It's my parents' house.
Yeah.
But I will still say my house. And I saw somebody comment like, when does somebody grow up and stop saying their house and say their parents' house? And I was like, you know what? You got me. You're right. It's my parents' house.
Yeah.
I don't live there anymore. But it just always feels like
people have a problem with literally everything.
They do. But sometimes
God forbid you lived there your whole life.
I did. But that one made me laugh. Like
you lived in that house for more years than you haven't lived in that house.
I know. It's still
it's not like you're 50 and you're calling it your house on Long Island and you like it's like no.
I know. It made me laugh though.
Yeah.
But my parents' house. See, now I'm like, if I say my house, you get what I mean. It's my parents' house. Yes. I don't live there. Is super like pristine, clean. Like the way that my parents are so like when I found out when I was diagnosed with lice, the house was an absolute mayhem. And let me just say, there are a lot of myths about lice. I probably believe all the myths. Right.
I have never had it, nor have I anyone in my family. Like, I don't know what the experience is really like.
They love clean hair.
Yes,
lice loves clean hair.
I've heard that.
So I want that to be very clear that lice loves clean hair. They don't like to nest in dirty hair. So want to put that out there first. I contracted the disease from somebody else at my school.
Yeah. That's out. Yeah. Lice spreads.
Yes. And then she left the school after that grade.
Well, like I just said, being in 5th grade and having lice is social suicide.
No, it is. But she never told anybody that she had the lice.
Because she was patient zero. She left the school.
I told everybody I had lice.
I know, but if you all knew that you could trace it back to this girl, she knew that you all knew it was her.
Right. Yeah. No, it's a dark time.
And kids are mean.
They are mean. My mom threw out every single blanket we owned in the house. She made me sleep on, we had leather couches at the time, made me sleep on leather couches with no blankets at all. I was shivering in the middle of the night using literally a towel as a blanket, doing all of these treatments on my hair, chopped my hair to my shoulders, did the whole thing. That's actually, weirdly enough, when I became a child model right after I had lice. Chopped, got fresh haircut, took some pictures for a comp card, sent it in, got signed by Ford.
There you go.
So it was a nice turnaround. But yeah, it was traumatizing. And you know what hurt even more? When my friends would come over to my house after I had lice and it was all cleared out, they would come over and I would see in their hair the amount of hairspray and gel and tea tree oil that their parents lathered them up with to come to my house.
You're afraid for months.
Right. And I'm like looking at their hair like, looks like a little extra gel today.
I would do that to my kid.
Yeah, I would too.
If I was like, if my little daughter was like, hey, I really want to go to Ria's house, and I was like, didn't she just have lice? Feel like fucking, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, shout out to the real ones who stuck by my side.
Yeah.
And I didn't lose any friends because of that. But I did lose my role in Susical.
My God, I mean, that girl left the whole school.
She left the whole school.
Yeah.
And we didn't really talk after that. But I did lose my role in Susical because I played a Who in Susical Junior. And we had to wear those wigs.
Yeah. No wigs. No wigs for little lice girl.
No, little licey Ria. No lice for me. So,
no wigs.
So to my 5th grade teacher who told my mom that she thought I was special, it was because I had lice, not because she thought I was talented.
Oh, well, maybe she saw you put, it was after the haircut.
Right.
She saw the haircut.
She saw the comp card pics.
That's what I'm saying. She did see lice, but she also saw post lice.
Yeah, that's true.
The transformation post lice.
Right. I'm glad I'm getting all these feelings out now. Years and years later.
Man.
It's nice to digest. How are you doing today?
Great. I went to the dentist this morning. I'm getting Invisalign.
What?
Yeah.
This feels like breaking news.
I know. Isn't it funny the things we keep from each other? I was like, I'll tell Ria I'm getting Invisalign on the podcast.
Oh my
God. Like, wow, riveting breaking news.
No, it is.
I didn't text you about it because I was I'll just tell her on the podcast.
Wow.
Because
good for
this
you.
was a genuine reaction.
No, it was a genuine reaction. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Sometimes I think we talk too much. We get rid of our genuine reactions because we're hearing the story for like the 4th time.
I know, because we text all the time. But like, oh my God, why? What provoked?
My bottom teeth have always shifted, and I'll be honest, like, it was one video I saw. Well, there's something about this specific angle of our clips too that you can, when I talk, you can just kind of see it more.
Really?
And that was like kind of a driving factor, but I also was like, oh, whatever. Like, but pre-wedding, I was like, I would like to, straighten out the bottom. So I wanted to just see one for my consults, and I qualify for Express, whatever that means. But I think it's a good thing because she said like hopefully it happens faster.
Hey, why the hell not?
Because I was like, look, this is my timeline. I'm getting married on this date. Like, do you think it's possible? Not. And I'm like, look, they don't have to be perfect, but even if it's just like a little bit better, I'll take it. And she was very confident that they could make that work. So my Invisalign's coming in 1 month.
Wow.
I know I was nervous though, because she was like, hey, the more attachments we put on your teeth, the more effective and quicker it's going to be. And I was like, okay, you can't put all those attachments on my top teeth. I tried to be like, can I just get the trays for the bottoms? And they were like, no. She was like, no, because it'll just fuck up. Like, your bottom teeth will move, your top teeth need to move with it. So she was like, okay, we can definitely just not put them on the top, and you have the trays for the top, and that'll do the trick, and then just more like have them on the bottom to really be effective. Because I was like, I got so much going on. I'm like, I don't want all those little things on my teeth.
Have you ever had Invisalign?
No.
You had braces?
I had braces like middle school. I got my braces off in 8th grade. It was a big transformation.
Oh my God. That's like the best. When people started getting their braces off.
Like beginning of 8th grade. And that's when boys started talking to me.
I remember when my best friend got her braces off. It was like the best. We were celebrating like crazy. Went to Limited 2. It was a whole thing.
No, we used to look at my like 7th grade yearbook picture and my 8th grade yearbook picture. Two completely different girls.
Well, it's
not a girl. Yeah.
Not yet a woman.
Yep.
I had Invisalign twice.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, your mom's at the biz.
No, so actually, the reason I had to pay for my Invisalign.
Oh shit. Your orthotech mom didn't have a deal?
She had the plug for the braces, but Invisalign is a whole other company.
Okay.
So I was able to, get my x-rays and stuff through there, but I used my modeling money as a child to pay for my Invisalign.
My goodness, you poor thing.
Yeah, I know.
To fix your teeth.
But to fix my teeth.
To go back in. It was an investment.
It was an investment, and an investment that I did not take seriously because I accidentally threw out my Invisalign, which is why I say I had Invisalign twice, was because I threw out my Invisalign by accident a million times. During school lunch, you take them out. You got to have your case with you.
No, I
threw it in a napkin.
Invisalign as a kid, I think, is way tougher. Like when you were younger, everyone wanted Invisalign. Invisalign was like the cool thing. Like when it was middle school and I was like braces, no one wanted braces because Invisalign was like, it was like hidden. You couldn't really see it. It was like you didn't have to get braces. You could get Invisalign. But now it's like, I think if I was in middle school with Invisalign, I would have lost those. I would have never worn them, and I would have lost them a million times. Like now as an adult, I feel like I could actually handle Invisalign, but as a 12-year-old, I don't think I could.
Yeah, I threw out mine accidentally all the time. Now I feel like I'm unpacking a lot this episode, but this just reminded. I'm really excited.
You're taking the shine away from my Invisalign that I'm getting?
I don't want to take away your shine of your Invisalign at all. But this just like, when you think of something that you did or said, and it just like fucking makes your spine shiver.
Yes.
So, like I just said, how I had to pay for my Invisalign. Because you brought up the fact that my mom was an orthotech and you thought she would get a deal. She does not.
There'd be,
So
she'd get a little extra. Invisalign sends an extra shipment
for the braces, yes. But
that shit is expensive.
It
is.
By the way.
Holy shit.
Well, I think it was probably less expensive back then. I think I don't remember exactly. I think me and my parents might have went halvesies, but I don't really recall.
Holy moly, it's a lot.
But
she told me the price, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
We do have pretty good dental insurance here at Barstool, so that helps a little bit, but does not cover the whole thing.
Yeah. My dad lost his job in 2009 during like the recession.
Yeah.
Just for a couple months, and then he was able to, get it back. And so that was around the same time as me getting like the Invisalign, the whole thing. So later on, years later in high school, I want to say like 10th grade, my 10th grade boyfriend, I remember being like drunk for probably one of the first times, like you're in 10th grade, the 2 beers, the Bud Light Platinums hit you quick.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, like, I just went through so much. Like, my dad lost his job in 2009, and like I had to pay for my own Invisalign.
Oh my God, no!
And I tried to act like it was like we were fine.
You were given like a little poor girl story.
We were not poor. Middle class family.
No, but I'm just like to hit him with like I had to pay for my own.
And I was like, I had to pay for my own. Like, that just brought me back to like, oh my God, I'm crawling out of my skin.
God.
My parents are probably going to be upset with me
dental
telling this
work. That's hey, and it is all expensive. I had like the braces and then whatever, you wear the retainer until you stop wearing the retainer and like the whole thing. But now she did say that maybe she'd be able to give me a little permanent retainer after I get the Invisalign, which I'm like, that would be honestly great because it's probably just going to shift again.
Yeah, it keeps it intact.
Exactly.
So are you excited for your Invisalign journey?
Not really. It sounds painful. I'm excited for the results, but like it's going to be annoying while I'm doing it for sure. Yeah, it hurt. That shit hurts. And I also hope that
think about your teeth they're literally shifting your teeth.
Yeah. We'll see how my talking is with them too,
Your smile will be a bit different.
Yeah. We'll just pop those bad boys in and out a bunch, You have to wear them as much as possible, but
you have to.
The hour and a half we're recording the show, maybe
you gotta pop them out.
Yeah.
And then the saliva comes out with
gross.
it. Gross. You're going to be rocking them, and your teeth are going to look fantastic.
Thanks. I'm just hoping I have a beautiful smile come wedding day is really the goal I'm searching for.
You already have a gorgeous smile,
Thank you.
It's only going to be even more gorgeous.
Thank you.
After this Invisalign journey we will go on with you.
Thank you.
Regretting some of the things I just said, but we'll get into the rest of the show. Per usual, happens every podcast.
Oh my God,
I'm just
13, 14.
I'm letting everyone know about my childhood.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the topics for today. We're going to talk about the conjoined twins that everyone's talking about. We were going to talk about them on Wednesday, but we carried it over to today. We'll dive into that. Gypsy Rose is back with her ex-fiancé, not her ex-husband, her ex-fiancé.
Ex-fiancé from years ago, and they say they're not together.
But they're holding hands, skipping around.
Got matching tattoos.
Yep. Kristin Cavallari talks maybe having a baby with Montana Mark. Taylor Swift is officially a billionaire. And Tish Cyrus and Dominic Purcell started going to therapy after Noah Cyrus drama was exposed. Not good. And we have a great game of trivia, of course. So let's get into it.
Do it.
Starting off with the topics. Of course, I am in my Abercrombie black trousers right now. They're a go-to staple of mine, but we have even more exciting news and you are going to be obsessed. Abercrombie has launched their wedding shop. It's got everything, tons of dresses, jumpsuits, pants, swimsuits, pajamas, pantsuits, all perfectly curated for different events. Bachelorettes, brunches, showers, ceremonies as a guest, ceremonies as a bride, reception, and even honeymoon. It is incredible. We went to Abercrombie's wedding shop event in LA last week, and it was so adorable, so much fun. Fran and I got matching bracelets. We also checked out all the shops they have. They have the bachelorette shop, they have the honeymoon shop, they have the bride, they have the wedding guest. All of it is so cute, adorable. I cannot wait to shop for myself. Abercrombie has everything you need to outfit your entire honeymoon, like we mentioned, and they have a collection for every part of the wedding experience. So whether you're attending a wedding or shopping for your own wedding, or you just want to look amazing in general, you have to check out the Abercrombie wedding shop on Abercrombie.com. So these conjoined twins cannot stop being in the news, the headlines recently. Now, the conjoined twins, one of them got married a couple years ago, but for some reason people are now talking about the fact that she's married now because a paternity test came out about her husband.
Yep.
That he might have another kid somewhere else.
Yes. So Abby and Brittany are stars, really. They've been stars their whole, like they have been in the spotlight for a long time. I really did not know too much about them. I never watched, like they had a TLC show, and their journey has been documented. And then they had, then they secretly, one twin, Abby, got married in 2021, which is, like, it was known, but also, like, I feel like people are seeing this story and they're just thinking, oh my God, one of the twins is married.
Right.
But really the story is that Abby's husband, Josh, is now facing a paternity suit, and the case was filed by Josh's ex-wife Annika on October 2nd, 2023, about 2 years after Abby and Josh tied the knot. Abby and Brittany first, like, they were on the Oprah show in 1996. And that obviously blew up, and they've had opportunities after that. You know, it reminds me of, like, now you think back on those shows, people just get famous from being on the internet. Like, you don't need to go on a show or do anything to, like, really explode. Like, you can have one video go viral and that's all it takes. But it's like, you get on the Oprah show, like, that was stardom.
That was big. That was big. And then it was Ellen and all those shows.
Exactly. So Annika filed the suit against both Josh and a nurse. Filed the suit against both Josh, who is a nurse and a U.S. Army veteran, and an individual named Gavin Vantnesdahl, Minnesota court records show. It may concern the paternity of Annika's youngest daughter, who was born after she split from Josh. However, the documents do not name the child in question because they are a minor. A genetic test report was added to the file on March 7th, according to court records. However, neither details about the test nor its results are publicly available. Annika and Josh got married in 2010, separated in 2019. They have joint custody of their daughter, Isabella, age 8. In 2020, after the couple split, Annika had another daughter. That child, now 3, was referred to as Isabella's half-sister, and a non-joint minor child of the ex-couple in their 2022 divorce documents. It may be this maybe that child's paternity is being contested. There is a motion hearing for the suit currently scheduled for April 19th. News of Abby and Josh's 2021 nuptials were first reported by Today in March of 2024. So it's like we didn't even know really about this marriage until recently as well.
Right. And I think that's why everybody's shocked, because now people want to know the logistics on how you can be married as a conjoined twin, how you can have, you know, sexual experiences as a conjoined twin, because they're both there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there is always a threesome, but not really, because I think one of them disengages while the other one is engaged. There's a lot of dynamics I don't understand about that. You know, they do have separate brains. So one of them is in love with the husband, the other one is not. But when it comes to their body.
Right. Right. And it's just, it's a sensitive situation because they clearly have come to terms with their lifestyle and it works for them. And, you know, I've seen interviews with their parents and having that conversation of like, did you ever think about trying to separate them? And really, it sounds like no one had any interest in doing it. And the girls didn't want to do it. They didn't want it. So, but it's like, who's making, like, who gets to, it's the lead up to the marriage. Like, who gets to get married and who doesn't? Is the other twin able to get married?
Right, and then they all
live together?
And they all sleep. It is
like,
it is extremely interesting.
One twin, does Brittany does Brittany still get to go on dates?
Right.
And Abby's just like, I'm married?
It's like you said, such a sensitive thing because like this is a life that they have had to figure out, and it is not a life that anybody wishes to have, but they have had to figure out for them to live happily.
Yep.
Which is sad, but also at the same time, it seems like at this point in their life, they have figured out the dynamic, but on the outside looking in, we are all like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how does this dynamic work? But they don't have a choice.
Yeah. Right. Like, it's hard to be, I don't know, it's hard to like make light of something like this because it's not a situation that they can change.
No.
You know? And it's not like, twins got twins got married and the sister like lives in the house, or, you know, whatever scenario it is that you can think she wants to have a life, she wants to get married, and that's what they're both teachers. They're 5th grade teachers in Minnesota. And obviously this has all brought back a lot of attention for them. They put out a TikTok. They were calling out the haters. They said they're happy and it's a love story. And
how do you hate on it though? They can't help themselves. They're conjoined twins.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's not like they woke up one day and they said, hey, we want to conjoin bodies and this is what we're going with.
Or if they limit themselves and say like, hey, we can't have relationships.
We can't live life. Like they want to live their lives.
Yeah.
They are two separate people as one,
Yep.
which is not anything anybody of us can understand.
Right.
So I can imagine how incredibly hard it is for them to make that decision of, we're going to try to lead a normal life in the best way as possible, and that means getting into relationships, friendships, jobs. Like, they're doing it. Now they're teachers. Do they teach one class? Like, it's a lot of, I think people think making fun, but it's not making fun. It's a lot of logistical questions on how the dynamic works, just because it is so interesting and intriguing.
Right.
Like, you can't help yourself but be asking questions on how this works in life.
Yeah, and then it just seems like, you know, the news came out of that this marriage has happened. They've been married for years, and then now it's like, oh, paternity suit.
Right. Well, he's getting hit with a paternity suit. That can't be fun.
No.
But
it also kind of sounds like, I don't know. There's a dynamic there where they're, maybe the timeline's a little fuzzy because they were married in 2021. Divorce, it sounds like, wasn't finalized till 2022 maybe. You know.
Well,
there's a 3-year-old in the mix.
Yeah, tricky situation. Very interesting. And I think that they were clearing up There was a post that was going around, but I think it might have been fake, kind of clearing up all those questions that people have. But I don't know. I'm not sure how real that was because, I think it came from Facebook. Yeah. So that could be fake.
Yep.
But I think it's just coming up again because of the new information and just being an overall very interesting subject.
Definitely.
Speaking of interesting, Gypsy Rose, we just talked about, got divorced from her husband.
Yep.
And is now seen with her ex-fiancé, Ken. Yep. They got matching husky tattoos to represent their strong bond. And now they're frolicking around holding hands skipping. Gypsy, stop trusting these men. That's what I have to say.
Oh, my sound's playing on this.
I think Gypsy needs to stop trusting these men.
Yeah, Gypsy's, she's talked about therapy and all that stuff, but clearly she is been dependent on these men that are in and out of her life. Like, this last relationship just ended, and we're back with this, even though they say, or his mom is saying that they're not a couple, but matching tattoos.
Huskies.
I mean, I don't
representing their strong bond.
They have been photographs, like you said. They're holding hands. They're running errands. They're in South Louisiana. This man is her ex-fiance, Ken Urker. They were together when Gypsy was still in prison. He wrote to her, I believe, in like 2018, and then they had gotten engaged and then broke up when the act came out. So
from afar, these paparazzi pictures of him, he looks like Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers.
Oh my goodness, he really does. Jesus, yeah.
I was like, is Gypsy Rose with Joe from Impractical Jokers?
Oh my Lord. Well, that's a visual. Despite their cozy display, they took to TikTok Live on Thursday to confirm they're not sleeping together. TMZ reported that Ken had said, "We have not had any intimacy. We're just hanging out as friends."
I don't trust this guy. If you were writing Gypsy Rose letters in prison, I don't trust you. I've made that very clear.
Yeah. So Ken's mother, Raina, revealed that they had gotten the matching tattoos. However, they still insist they're not dating. She told People that her son and Gypsy are not back together despite their reunion. They're very cool. Ken is just being a supportive friend to her, and that's it. Yeah, they were, like I just said, broke up before the act came out. His mom also said, "My son has never had any kind of ill intentions toward Gypsy. It devastated him when they broke up the first time, but he truly thought that was what was best for Gypsy." So,
why is his mom speaking out so much?
Well, People Magazine called and she answered.
Yeah, I guess, right? Bless you.
I think that there are a lot of people out there that are, probably the intention is there, it's good, and when their family member, child, whoever it is in the news and somebody like calls or they get their email address or something and they're like they just immediately go and answer because they're like, oh well, I'll tell them what's going on.
They're not like double triple checking,
right? There's not anyone to be like, oh, hold the phone. Maybe you don't answer to that one, right? Maybe don't answer People Magazine right away.
Yeah. Ken Ulker's mom doesn't have a
right.
publicist.
So it's that's we're getting this intel, but yeah, well, matching tattoos and the whole thing. It's just like I said. I feel like she becomes very dependent on these guys, and I just don't want that for her.
I don't want that for Gypsy at all, and I don't trust any of them whatsoever. And I think Gypsy should be single and mingle, and not be tied to these ex-men.
Miss Independent.
Yeah, clearly not.
No, I know that's how she should be.
She's just got a matching tattoo with this man.
I know.
She's the opposite of Miss Independent.
Wolves are powerful creatures as well,
Yeah,
and they're it's a big tattoo. It's not like a cute little teeny tiny something. It's a big wolf.
They imprinted on each other.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's what I took that as.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Gypsy.
Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Shit. Gypsy.
Yeah. Shit. All right. Well, Gypsy, you be careful.
She's always gonna have a dependency problem. You know?
I mean, that's what we're saying is those are the things that you would hope that you got to work, you try and work through.
That was really deep of you.
I'm just saying, you know, like,
yeah, you're
it goes
right.
back to talk about mom issues.
Of course. That's
right, of course.
That's the problem.
Yeah. It's dark.
And probably, you know, she had a relationship with her dad later, but the relationship with her dad when she was younger was not good, so it all
adds up.
It all adds up for sure. Yep.
And now she's got matching.
So that's what I'm saying. I just want to take care of her child. You got to work through those things. It's tough.
She's prancing around.
Yep.
Another strange topic. Why don't we just dive right into it?
Oh, let's just get into it.
Kristin Cavallari did a
This is us on the podcast say tiptoe. Tiptoe.
We're just tiptoeing around the topics. And you know what? I think I'm tired of tiptoeing a little bit. I thought Kristin Cavallari's podcast with the Montana Boys was weird.
I didn't listen to the whole thing.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. So this is me judging from a place of only watching the clips that I saw of her with the Montana Boys.
Yeah.
And it just...
I listened to the whole episode of her talking about when she first started dating him, like revealing it, but I didn't watch her actual sit down.
Her talking with the boys. It just... I don't know. Mark wasn't even looking at her. From the clips I saw, by the way. Mark wasn't even looking at her. She's asking them, like...
Maybe he was trying to keep it professional.
The talk was about if they are approaching girls first or if girls are approaching them first. I don't know. Yeah. It just felt very big, in which the conversation was being had, it felt very big sister is in the room with her younger brother and they're all talking about girls kind of vibe.
Yeah. That's just how it's going to come across, though, you know, like, and I really do think that's the way it's going to come across.
And I would feel the same way if I saw a video of fucking Leonardo DiCaprio with his 25-year-old model and all of them sitting around and Leo's going, so does a guy approach you guys first?
No,
like that would I would also be like, what's, you know,
I think
if Kristin's happy, she's happy. It's the group. It's the group of them.
It's like when you are one-on-one with somebody, it's totally different. Like Kristin and Mark one-on-one could be a completely different dynamic than Kristin with Mark and Mark's friends. That's just like natural, you know? Because Mark, when Mark's at Kristin's house and the kids are around and like, that's a different life than when Mark's out on fucking Broadway with the boys in Nashville. So like not saying he can't do both, but it's like, and be respectful and being in a relationship. But it's anytime you put somebody who is older in that scenario, especially she's interviewing them like with a group of younger people, you're gonna come off like, hello, fellow kids, like no matter what. Because I think even if I was interviewing like three younger girls, I'd be like, so what are you guys up to these days? No. Like, you know?
Of course. I think it was the dynamic in which this was happening was the group of boys sitting around with Kristin. And that's what I took away. Them two alone, we've talked about it. We're like,
got
Kristin,
the chemistry that at least that's what they show on social media.
You do your thing, Kristin. Yeah. If this is what makes you happy. And the one thing I will always respect about Kristin Cavallari is that she will own everything she does and also make jokes about it. She's doing all these sounds being like, well, I already ruined my reputation. Like, what else? Like, Kristin Cavallari is always going to be Kristin Cavallari, and she's never going to let anybody make her feel like, down about herself. Like, she's always going to be who she wants to be. Yeah. And I will always appreciate that about Kristin. Yeah. It was just the dynamic of the clips that I saw. And you kind of spelled it out for me, is what I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it's like not, and the cameras are on and they're asking like pointed questions, and it's going to be different than if Kristin's out at a bar hanging out with them or vice versa or whatever. But Kristin also, I do appreciate that clearly in this relationship, she is being open and she's being honest, and she's being honest on her show, because there's a lot of things that some things you wouldn't want to say maybe, because you're like, oh, how are people going to react to this? Or I don't know. And this new thing has been that she did say like she was thinking about growing her family and what that would look like. And And she said, I'm not actively thinking about it, but it's definitely in the back of my mind. He wants to have a kid. I'm mulling it over, is what she said. And then, she does the show with Justin Anderson. So Justin was like, I see you having another kid. And my goodness, could you imagine that baby? And then she joked, that's why I have to do it. I mean, they're joking because they're just beautiful people who would have a beautiful specimen for a child. But, I think she also was sitting with a friend and talking it out. It's like, oh, what would that look like? And my kids are older now. They could, it'd be a different dynamic. But
I think
she's in a love bubble right now.
Yeah.
Major love bubble.
I think it's just when you put yourself in somebody else's shoes and you think about if I'm Kristin Cavallari at, whatever age, I just could personally never, ever, ever see myself with somebody that is that much younger than me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. And I think that, and
she would have maybe said the same thing until she met him,
I guess
or
so.
Maybe not,
or maybe
you
not.
never know until he swaggers through that through your TikTok screen.
Montana boys right up to her screen.
He sings right into your soul via TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
know.
Lip syncs. It's one of those things.
They're in a series. She keeps emphasizing that it is getting serious. That it is getting serious.
Right, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Tiptoe through the window. How do I really feel about this?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's every day. That's how I feel. I'm like, if Kristin's happy, I'm happy. But yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So. At least they're talking about it. They're talking about it. This guy probably kisses the ground she walks on, and he's younger, and he wants to have a kid. He has that dream of being a dad, and when you're on the other side of that, and she's in this the love bubble she's in, she probably wants that for him and wants to give that to him, and she's 37. She's young. She's young.
No, she's young.
Yeah.
So I want that to be clear.
Right?
It's just 24 is different.
Yes. Right. And is he 24 wanting to have a kid in a year, or is he 24 wanting to have a kid when he's 30?
In the future. I just think we are lovers of love, and we support love, and when somebody's in love, we're we root for it.
Look, it's hard to deny love. That's the problem. That is the problem. She seems like she's so in love.
So when that's where we struggle, and we're like, but if they're in love,
I know.
Yep. Well, who's to say?
Yep.
Who's to tell them not to be?
I know. I know. But it's it's something that personally we could not get past.
Exactly.
13's not that crazy.
No, it's really not.
I don't think
when they're
I think it's more the 24.
When they're 40 and 53, that's not it's not. It's because it's 24
because of the 24-year-old. When I think of a 24-year-old guy, they're not usually very mature.
Yeah.
That's just common. Not to bring down any 24-year-old guys out there.
This
but
guy
that is I think 24-year-old guys would also say, I'm not the most. A lot of them would be I'm not totally ready for.
But
Jay-Z and Beyonce are 12 years apart.
They were talking about on the pod with the boys. It's a different lifestyle.
Mark's different.
The Montana they as people that grew up in this New York area, it is a different lifestyle than some other parts of the country. And one of the boys, I don't remember which one it was, but he was saying a lot of our friends at home are settling down. This is the time they're marrying their high school sweethearts. That's what everybody does, and that's not necessarily our normal from where we've grown up.
And I guess
much.
now though, because think about our parents, our parents got married,
Yep.
That was more, that was very normal.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really what you consider normal. Some people think I'm 26, I'm going to be 27 in July, I'm engaged, I'll be 27 when I get married.
People think you're too
Some
young.
people think I'm too young.
Yeah.
But also in my eyes, I'm very ready.
Yep.
So it could be just a personal preference.
Yep.
And this is how we have now found our way on Mark's side.
Yeah. Oh goodness! Watch this. This relationship is like gonna end in disaster. He's gonna pull some like 24-year-old douche moves, and we're gonna be like,
hey, at least we give the benefit of the doubt until
totally.
we're proven
absolutely,
wrong.
Absolutely. As of right now,
I
like
would
you
rather
said,
see the good.
They seem so happy, so we can only be happy for them in that scenario.
I would rather see the good than the bad, because if you just look at the bad, then you'll be miserable. But I
who probably has a lot to say about this, and I would love to know. Yeah. Because he's just kind of a jerk, and I think he would be rude about it.
Who?
Jay Cutler.
Oh my God, Jay Cutler
what do you think
is
Jay
probably
Cutler's saying to his
ripping
friends?
This apart,
right?
But Jay Cutler's also probably talking to 20-something-year-olds.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah,
he is that 100%. Yeah. I'm just saying from him, I've always got a little bit of a douchey vibe from him.
Yeah.
So I just feel like he would really have had a lot to say about this.
Yeah,
with no grounds to stand on.
None, because he's probably doing, he's probably talking to a lot of 20-year-olds.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to reiterate the weird part was the sitting around with the group of them with the podcast.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, if that was any person sitting around with the group of the Montana boys, it's gonna look like that.
Right. Yeah.
If they're here sitting on this couch and we're like, so what's it like going to the bars?
Like if we had the Montana boys on their show, I think I would tell them.
Right. No, same. But it's just
I'm not,
the difference is that one of them is dating.
They are dating. Yeah. Correct. Yes. I feel like she tried to do it in a way where it wasn't like singling out Mark, because in that scenario too, you're like, oh, I'm having all three of the boys.
I think it would have been better if it was just Mark.
Right, exactly. So like she's probably trying to treat them all like fairly, and then it's like
I think
it gets kind of weird.
I think it would have been better if it was just Mark.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I'm sure that episode's coming.
Yeah. Just me and Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, if you're listening to this and it's Friday and you live in the New Jersey area, maybe you're thinking about heading to Drake and Lil Wayne tonight at Prudential Center. Maybe you're like, oh my God, I didn't get tickets. Well, you could get last minute tickets on the Game Time app. Right now, that's right, with Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals for when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee means that if you can find the same seats for less anywhere else, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Game Time is the best place for last minute seats with up to 60% off your favorite events. What are you waiting for? Right now, you could buy tickets to the concert you want to go to, the sporting event you want to attend. Right now, what are you waiting for? Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Moving on, Taylor Swift is a billionaire officially. Congratulations. Very well deserved.
Billionaire with a B, baby.
Yeah, I think everybody could have assumed already that she was a billionaire.
I thought she was.
But she wasn't. She is now.
Yeah, music alone.
Yeah, it's incredible. And
it's all those tours,
Yeah, that's not to take away anybody who's become a billionaire from more. Because I've seen that. People are like, she did it like just with music.
Just with music, like, yeah.
Okay, but the other brands that people have created to become billionaires are obviously so good for a reason. Yeah. That's why they become a billionaire.
I think Bill Gates is like okay. Like
no, I mean, no, it's not even that. If anything, I think it just shows that Taylor Swift has always been very committed to her music in that world. If Taylor Swift probably could have been a billionaire 5 to 10 years ago if she had other like major business ventures like some of these other people do that have taken them to that next level.
She did come out with a makeup, right? Someone sent in a trivia question. Like, and then
it was a perfume years and years ago.
Wonderlust.
Perfume.
Yes,
oh
yeah.
perfume.
But that's
that was
like
on.
and I feel like that was the time. That was the era where like every pop star was putting out a perfume.
You had to have a perfume.
Yeah.
A Britney Spears fantasy.
Yeah.
Like you had to have a
like
perfume.
Ariana Grande's
Did you try
perfume.
Wonderlust?
I don't remember
think
trying
so.
it.
Yeah.
You know what perfumes I did have though? The Harajuku Gwen Stefani as a kid.
Oh, I never had those.
Those were my jam. I was into those. But yeah, congratulations to Taylor Swift. I don't think anybody's shocked by this. I think everybody could assume this was coming. And
she's number 14 on the list with a net worth of $1.1 billion.
$1 billion.
Wait, 14 on the list of like
billionaires.
Who?
of celebrity billionaires.
Celebrity billionaires. What's the like? How do they differentiate celebrity versus billionaire?
Because I'm sure there's
like,
billionaires.
Is Bill Gates a celebrity billionaire, or is he just a billionaire? Mark Zuckerberg.
Well,
I don't know.
You're asking a lot of questions right now that I don't know.
The list is the world's celebrity billionaires 2024.
I'm sure there's billionaires out there that we do not know.
Who's number one?
I believe George Lucas.
Oh, Star Wars. That makes sense.
George Lucas. Yep. Net worth $5.5 billion.
Damn.
It goes George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, $4.8 billion. Michael Jordan, $3.2 billion. Oprah, $2.8 billion. Jay-Z, $2.5 billion. Kim K, $1.7 billion. Peter Jackson, the director of like the Lord of the Rings movies.
You gotta make these.
1.5. Tyler Perry, 1.4. Rihanna, 1.4. Tiger Woods, 1.3. LeBron, 1.2. Magic Johnson, 1.2. Dick Wolf, yeah.
How is Magic Johnson
1.2. Taylor Swift, 1.4.
Where does Magic Johnson get all his money from? Like, what is his thing? He's the only one where I'm like, what does he do?
Johnson made his name in basketball, but long before the crazy salaries or even endorsement deals of late. Instead, he made his fortune in business, and specifically through savvy partnerships with other billionaires. He owns pieces of the NFL's Washington Commanders, the MLB's Los Angeles Dodgers, the WNBA's Los Angeles Sparks, and the MLS's LAFC. Most of his wealth comes from his stake in Iowa-based life insurance provider Equitrust.
Wow. You know,
so he's just made some savvy business moves in his career to take him to a billionaire status.
And how does it work that Beyonce's not on that list, but Jay-Z is? Like, you know, I just wonder how, like,
it's Jay-Z's businesses.
Yeah, I guess. But I feel like she must be close, at least, on her own.
I would think.
Yeah, I just can't.
Imagine having that much money.
No, I just can't even imagine. I don't even want to be a billionaire. Seems
Isn't
tiring.
the lottery, like, an insane amount right now?
Jay-Z's a lot is his like alcohol stuff. He also owns stake in Uber and Block. His net worth does not include his wife Beyonce's own $500 million fortune.
Oh, halfway there.
I'm sure
that's what it says on this Forbes article.
She's really close.
Yeah.
What would be the first thing you do if you won the lottery tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know.
Disappear.
Nothing crazy. I would really
throw my phone into the ocean and run away.
I would have to think hard. It would be like, all right, everyone remain calm. I don't know who I would tell. Yeah. You know, it would have to be
I'd be booking a first class seat to some very remote place.
Oh, private jet.
You just buy a private jet.
I don't even know if
I wouldn't buy it. I would know if I would
go.
Jet.
Like I private jet down the line, but just to experience, like I would go like some like Emirates first class, like some like really insane, just to do it,
yeah.
And then I'll go PJ after that, you know.
Would you rather own a private jet or your own yacht?
Private jet.
I don't know.
Oh, are people going to come for me?
Don't people always say like the number one rule when you become rich is?
Are you not aware of your carbon emissions?
Yeah.
My bad.
There's a saying that
I can't imagine a yacht is like extremely efficient.
That people are like, don't buy any. Like if you get rich, don't buy planes or yachts or like anything.
Yeah, they're
like
not.
That. Because you're like wasting so much money.
It's not a good investment.
Also, a lot of maintenance.
Like you have to pay for a
You
crew.
get nothing back.
Yeah.
And they only depreciate.
Yeah.
Like
unless you like live on the boat.
Yeah, but like a yacht, unless you obviously have to put in a lot of work, but the older the yacht gets, the less desirable it is.
I gotta fly to the yacht anyway. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be on the yacht that long.
But like if you, I guess.
I'm not somebody who wants to live on a yacht or sail around on a yacht. No. So the yacht's just
I
not
don't really
for me.
get like you just have parties on it and then that's it.
Yacht party, yeah.
As it really depends on the size of the yacht.
Right. If the yacht is fucking
giant.
I've seen some insane yachts.
Like where
that's
you don't
like
even know
it's just
you're
a
on
floating house.
Right.
Remember when we were on a yacht? That was a small one.
Yeah, that was cool. But it would trip me out if I was just like always in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You know?
But people don't even like necessarily travel on their yacht.
They just
like they have a crew that takes their yacht from place to place and then they just go to that. Like they're like, oh, time to go to the south of France to meet up on where my yacht is, and then they just go to the harbor and the yacht's there waiting for them.
You still have to fly there, so it's like I might as well get the private jet, and then I could then I could rent a yacht if I'm a billionaire.
All right, this is a La La Land conversation.
You know the TikTok sound?
We're fantasizing.
Where it's like the North Sea. Have you seen those TikToks where it's like, oh,
yes.
That's what I pictured as being in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Congratulations to Taylor Swift. this one I'm not happy about. I'm not happy about this one.
No.
Tish Cyrus and Dominic Purcell are now going to therapy after the Noah Cyrus drama came to light, which to me means
something obviously happened.
That there is some truth
right
to what has happened with Dominic Purcell and Noah Cyrus. And my heart and my head doesn't want to believe it.
I know. I agree. I'm with you on that. I know.
Miley girl.
Miley.
Tish. I don't want to believe it.
Tish and Dominic reportedly started going to marriage counseling due to the drama surrounding their strained relationship with the former's daughter, Noah Cyrus. An insider told Us Weekly on Thursday that the couple has been working on communication and sought therapy together. It pushed them away from one another, and it is going to take time to heal, a second source told the outlet. So
is Tish just finding out that he had a relationship with Noah, and that's why they're going to marriage counseling? Because if she knew before,
I don't know.
Then wouldn't they be past it? Why is this happening?
How the hell does that happen? It's just like the world finds out, and then it's like a whole different thing. I don't know.
How the hell does that happen?
I really just still it still does not. I don't know. Like
You don't believe it still?
I don't know. I could see a picture of Dominic and Noah Cyrus kissing on the lips, and I still be like, I don't know. I just don't want to believe this one so hard. Believe it. Like my brain is not letting me accept this one. It just isn't.
Oh, I know. I don't want to believe it either, but it just it hasn't been denied now. More reports.
It must be tough too. I think his dad just passed. I saw Tish post a whole tribute to him. No, I know. I'm just saying it just feels like they're going through a lot right now. They're going through a couple, lot, and so maybe that's also why they're going through marriage counseling. And some sources are like, "Oh, it's because of Noah. It's because of Noah."
And maybe there's not even anything crazy going on, and they're just they're being proactive about it.
Right.
Well, if this is real, I don't trust Dominic Purcell at all.
No.
And I would have to think he pulled a fast one on Tish. Yeah. I don't think Tish is dating this man knowing he dated Noah Cyrus.
But see, this is what drives me crazy. Like, I can't imagine Tish and Brandy going on Call Her Daddy and Brandy being so supportive of that relationship and being like, my mom's never been so happy and like, this is all so great and you should see her. And this having been a thing.
Maybe they didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Dominic and Noah kept this, and maybe Noah tried saying it happened and they didn't believe it, and then it came out and Dominic confessed and he said, yeah, I did have relations with your daughter. Now that's happening.
Noah kept it a secret, like now what's everybody thinking?
They're probably thinking what we're thinking, that's weird.
Ugh, God.
That it's weird. But now what do they do?
I don't know.
I guess they have to work I don't know. She's clearly head over heels
Tish
in love with this guy.
Tish did say recently on her show too, she was like, they've had some issues recently. That's all she said though. There was no digging deeper than that.
If 2 + 2 = 4, then where's my money?
Yeah. No, I don't like that at all.
Not at all.
No.
It's not sitting right.
Nope.
Shaking my head.
Until I have cold hard proof.
SMH.
Cold hard proof. I'm really like letting that doubt stay in my mind,
Same. I'm right there with you, even though it's getting closer and closer to me believing it's real.
Yeah, I know.
Because I don't know if all these reports are coming out if it's not.
Yeah.
And her mentioning they've been having issues on I don't know. All I know is I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
If it is real.
Yeah.
Very disappointed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
In all of them.
Absolutely.
And that wraps up the topics.
Let's get into a great game of Beat Ria and Fran. But first, Rum Haven, guys. It's delicious. It's made with real coconut water and no artificial flavors or preservatives for a clean and refreshing taste, not a fake one. You can't beat the taste of real coconut water. It's delicious, clean, and refreshing. You can enjoy Rum Haven straight over ice with a splash of club soda or with your favorite juice. For me, I love a little rum punch, Rum Haven with a little cranberry and maybe a splash of pineapple or maybe orange juice, whatever you're feeling that day, or a little pineapple orange. It's absolutely delicious. So you can find out where to pick up a bottle of Rum Haven for yourself by visiting rumhaven.com. That's rumhaven.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. This is game number 119, and we are joined by Brooklyn and Melissa. They are from Canada. Our Canadian listeners have joined the show, and we are so happy to have you guys join us today. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
Yay, we're so excited. We love international listeners.
Yes, of course.
You know,
that's you guys
and our American ones as well.
Yes, but we have more of those.
Yep.
So, okay, it's 15 questions. If you get the question right, you get the point. If you get the question wrong, the other team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah is going to give us a movie. We are going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of that movie. Whoever is the closest, your team will go first, and everyone gets their own individual guess. We will alternate between teams for guesses. Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is Set It Up, Glenn Powell.
Yep. Okay, so one of you guys give out a guess first.
You go. Okay, I think it's 83.
Ria?
64.
I'll say 42.
I'm going to say 79.
83 is the closest. It's 92.
I was going to say it's really high. Shit.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I was in between. I was either going to go higher or lower than 84, but
92. I mean, that's a great movie, but 92
seems
seems high.
It's a high score.
Question
I
number
knew
one
it was high.
to Brooklyn and Melissa. Shout out Megan and Bentley. Bentley's from St. Berdoodle.
Oh, sounds like a
And
type of dog.
Megan's from Virginia. In SpongeBob SquarePants, Mr. Krabs states, "I smell a smelly smell that smells smelly." What group of fish is he talking about?
Sardines? That's a good answer. Should we do it? Yeah. Okay, I don't know anything else. I don't know, but sardines?
Incorrect.
Anchovies?
Anchovies.
Yeah. Anchovies.
Yep. Anchovies.
Correct.
Final answer. That is probably one of, if not the most quoted SpongeBob line in the Mariano household.
Really?
Yep.
These are like,
Thanks to
you guys
you guys,
like
we eat a lot of
anchovies?
Love
anchovies.
anchovies.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, 1-0 Ria and Fran. And this is question number 2. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis. Also, you know what? This is just another like kind of inside baseball thing, but Hallie from Clemson, she messaged me being like she doesn't have a partner, but she wanted to team up with another popular trivia question submitter.
Oh, that's a good idea.
She gave me a couple
super
names.
Team?
Elizabeth from St. Louis is already scheduled, so I couldn't add her, but she gave me a few like teammate possibilities. So
Wow, she's scouting.
yeah, that's in the works.
She's scouting.
that's
okay.
hilarious.
All
So
right.
the offer has been put out to another.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's see.
All right.
Okay. Question number 2 to Ria and Fran. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were doing a virtual table read for what movie in 2020 when their interaction of "Hey Aniston, Hey Pitt" went viral?
Dazed and Confused?
Yes.
Final answer.
Yes.
Incorrect.
Oh.
To
No. It's the
Yep. Fuck.
It's not Dazed and Confused?
It's not Dazed and Confused.
Can you repeat the question, Noah?
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were doing a virtual table read for what movie in 2020 when their interaction of "Hey Aniston, Hey Pitt" went viral? 10 seconds.
It's like a popular movie. I remember this story, but I can't remember the movie. Like
5.
No, I don't know.
Time is
Dude, where's my car?
incorrect.
Can I take a guess? Is it Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yes.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yep.
Fast
Yep.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay, still 1-0. Ria and Fran, and this question is to Brooklyn and Melissa. Shout out Melissa from Dallas, Texas. In Full House, why do the cops show up to the house on DJ's 16th birthday?
These people have forever. I have no idea. Maybe like party. Yeah. I don't know. Something with the okay. Do you want to say that? Okay, you got it. Like music's too loud.
Incorrect. To Ria and
I
Fran.
don't know this. They smoking?
I think maybe Stephanie got into a car accident. That's my guess.
Oh.
Incorrect. Joey gifts her a car that he didn't know was stolen.
Oh.
Good episode.
Okay.
Car adjacent.
Classic.
Have you guys seen like every Full House episode?
Yes, I had them all on DVD as a kid. I was obsessed with. My sister always talks about two shows that she got sick of because of how much I watched. When I was younger, it was Full House. When I was older, it was Entourage.
Yeah.
Okay. Still 1-0 Ria and Fran. This is to them. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis again. What is the name of the song Taylor Swift wrote about her late grandmother?
It's Marjorie.
Yeah. Yes.
Marjorie.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
Nice.
Good pull.
I thought it was their turn.
Oh.
Okay, 2-0 Ria and Fran. This is question number 5 to Brooklyn and Melissa. Shout out to Sam from Chicago. What breed of dog ate Dan's replacement heart on One Tree Hill?
You got it. Did you say replacement heart or replacement card?
Heart.
Heart.
Like an actual physical heart.
I don't know. I want to be stereotypical, but like pitbull? Okay. Like, what do you? Yeah, I feel like that's not right, but let's say. You think? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that one.
10 seconds.
Like, what's a really mean dog?
5 seconds.
Cane Corso. Yeah. Okay. Cane Corso. Final answer.
Incorrect. It's Ria and Fran.
Yeah, I think it's actually in the opposite direction because you're like, you wouldn't expect. I'm pretty sure it's a golden retriever.
Okay, let's go with
Yeah,
that.
golden retriever. Final answer.
Correct.
Oh.
I love cane corsos though.
Cool dog.
No, they're really
cool
I didn't
dogs.
mean to be stereotypical.
Yeah.
3-0 Ria and Fran. Question number 6 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Danielle from Charlotte. Name this year. Lady Gaga releases her album Born This Way. Bradley Cooper is named Sexiest Man Alive. Demi Moore announces her divorce from Ashton Kutcher.
God, Born This Way was
2010.
2009? I don't know. 2010? What was the middle one?
Bradley Cooper is Sexiest Man Alive.
Oh. I don't know.
I'm between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
It's when she released the whole album, Born This Way.
The whole album. 5 seconds.
Should we go 10?
I don't know. I'm so torn.
Time is up.
2010, final answer.
Incorrect.
I'm pretty sure it's 2009. Like when we were in junior high, mid-junior high. I think it's 2009. Okay, 2009, final answer?
Also incorrect. 2011.
Oh.
Yeah.
2011.
I thought it
wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
been
later.
earlier,
That's
too.
that's later than I thought.
Okay. Still 3-0 Ria and Fran. And this question is to Brooklyn and Melissa. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis. What sport does Peter Kavinsky play in To All the Boys I've Loved Before?
It's either football or rugby. Or soccer. It's on the field. Yeah. I want to say soccer. Okay. Because I don't think he's wearing a helmet. Not rugby. I don't think it's rugby. Okay, let's do soccer. Soccer?
Incorrect. To Ria and Fran.
Is it lacrosse?
I don't know. I would have said baseball. I don't remember at all.
Yeah. I'm gonna go lacrosse. Final answer.
Correct.
Nice.
Cross.
Oh boy.
Peter.
This is
Peter
hard.
Lax, bro.
I like that you guys were like, it's either football, like baseball,
Yeah.
rugby. It's on a field.
Yeah.
It's definitely not bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-0 Ria and Fran. And this question is to them. Shout out, guess who? Elizabeth from St. Louis. Beyonce has only won the Grammy for Song of the Year once. Which song was it for?
Oh God, that's hard. I have no clue.
Halo? If I Were a Boy? Single Ladies?
Yeah. I like maybe a slower one for Song of the Year. It's for like the songwriting, you know?
10 seconds.
Should we go Halo?
Halo? Why not?
All right, Halo.
Final answer.
Incorrect. To Brooklyn and Melissa.
I feel like it's Single Ladies. Okay. Single Ladies.
Correct.
Oh, it is
Single
Single
Ladies.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
There we go. You're on the board.
Dang.
Nice. Finally.
That is a banger.
It is, but I wouldn't like award it for its like songwriting.
I'd give it to Halo too.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Zero Sugar, the brand new Zero Sugar sports drink from our friends at Body Armor. They provide real hydration with no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. So whether you're looking to stay hydrated or recovering from a long weekend, Body Armor Zero Sugar has got you covered with great tasting flavors like fruit punch and lemon lime. I got the fruit punch with me. We have a ton of these in the office, and honestly, I'm going to throw a bunch of them in my bag. I am headed to a bachelorette party this weekend. It's going to be a long weekend. I'm going to need a lot of Body Armor Zero Sugar throughout the weekend and probably on the way home too. So thankfully we are stocked up in the office. So make sure you are stocked up too. Body Armor Zero Sugar is available in stores nationwide. You can head on over to the Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. It's that easy. So just go to Amazon. You can go to the Body Armor store and get yours delivered to you today.
Okay, 4-1, Ria and Fran. This is question number 10. And I'm going to play a movie clip, and you tell me what movie it's from. Shout out Nori from Scranton for this movie clip.
Do you have a job?
No, but don't people need good cars? Can't you sell good cars, Dad?
Listen, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Is that us?
Yeah, it's ours.
Matilda.
Oh, yeah.
Final answer.
Yep.
Correct. I've never seen Matilda.
I was like,
Great
that is
movie.
Danny DeVito for
Great
sure.
movie. I love Matilda. Me and my
Matilda's a
friends
classic.
love Matilda so much.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 5-1, Ria and Fran. Question number 11 to Brooklyn and Melissa. Shout out Melissa, again, from Dallas, Texas. Who was the bachelor on the season Demi Burnett made her first appearance on?
Ben? Oh, was it Nick? No, it was before Nick. Do you think it was Ben Higgins? Who else was around? Like Juan Pablo, Ben? No, not Ari. Not Ari. I didn't watch Ari's season. Was it Ben?
10 seconds.
There was Chris. Do you think it was Chris?
5.
I think.
Time is up.
Sure. Chris?
Incorrect.
Colton.
Final answer.
Colton.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
So new.
This is more recent.
Feels like she's been around a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
6-1.
I mean, it kind of was, like, it was more recent, but it was kind of a while ago, 2018,
Yeah.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lots changed
we're
for-
in 2024 now.
A lot's
crazy.
changed for Colton.
Yeah.
Okay, 6-1, Ria and Fran. This is question number 12 to them. Shout out Haley from London, Ontario. What is Nina Dobrev's character's nickname in Degrassi: The Next Generation?
Is this to us?
Yeah. I forget what her, even just like her name was.
So she does the modeling.
Yeah, she's the daughter.
10 seconds.
I don't even have a guess.
I don't know.
Time is up.
Supermodel.
Incorrect.
It's a good Canadian show and we don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know?
I don't. The only person that's coming to my head is Spinner.
She's way past his time.
Yeah.
I don't even remember her actual name.
Me either. I didn't watch that late. I watched earlier.
I watched later than her. I don't know. Sorry.
That was
so wholesome.
Yeah.
and for Degrassi.
Yeah. Mama Mia. Her name's Mia, but she had a baby, so Mama Mia.
Mama Mia. Yep.
Okay. Don't know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really want to throw out just like some random like mom nickname, but that was what it was.
Okay. 6-1, Ria and Fran. Question number 13 to Brooklyn and Melissa. And this question is from Maeve from Boston and Austin. On Vanderpump Rules, what was the name of Stassi's boyfriend before Beau?
Yeah. Patrick?
Final answer.
Finally.
Correct. Another question right. 6-2. And this is question number 14 to Ria and Fran. Shout out Elizabeth from St. Louis. In Hannah Montana, what is the song Miley writes with Jesse about Jake?
Is this to us? Is it he's got something
He
special?
could be the one?
Yeah, he could be the one.
He could be the one.
Yeah, he could be the one.
He could be the one.
Correct.
He could be the one.
7-2. Final question to Brooklyn and Melissa. Shout out Kendall from Tillsonburg, Ontario, Canada. You guys familiar with that place? Okay. In the movie Shrek, Lord Farquaad threatened to remove what off the gingerbread man?
The gumdrop buttons. Final answer.
Correct.
Yeah.
There we go.
Amazing.
There you go.
Not my gumdrop buttons. I actually saw a very funny TikTok from Brittany Broski saying like the good line for like millennial and Gen Z is Shrek references. Like if they really laugh, like it's
Great movie.
They're over the line. They're
Great
over the
movie.
line.
Great movie.
Yep.
Final score 7-3.
Guys, that was
Ria
a great
Fran.
game and very
Fun game.
Very
A lot of points
wholesome.
scored.
Sorry in there, you know, in honor of Degrassi. But thank you guys so much for playing. And if you get a chance, can you send Noah your address and sizes, and we will send you guys some merch.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much
And
for playing.
we promise we're getting to Canada eventually.
We'll get there someday.
We will.
So just
Can't wait.
just stay on board. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you have a marvelous weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday. Ta-ta!